Bunch of questions, tell me where you at. Your motivation guy is back. Your friend, the one and only Keith Allen, man. I'm so hyped because today we're gonna be talking about Champions League, or rather, what to do after you finally achieved your goal of getting there. So if you want to try reaching the same level as some of the pros, such as Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy or Clicks, then this was the first step towards getting there. Now it's time to get some more done, all right? But before we get started today, it's time to give some of my favorite candy. What is that, y'all? It's that Butcher Crunch. Yo, and let's get this going. Your involvement with Arena does not end when you reach the Champions League. In fact, it shouldn't end. If you want the best chances of making a name for yourself, you need to max out those points, right? So go above and beyond, guys, and just try to get that count as high as possible. If you have a YouTube channel, post a video about your Arena score and use that as a motivator to keep reaching higher and higher heights. However, there are more reasons that you should keep grinding Arena points. I mean, it's all about really mastering the mode itself, right? As you might already know, Arena resets each season, which means that you need to grind all over again to reach Champions League. And so if this is your first time trying to get to the top rank, then it might have taken you longer to reach your goal. Many pros try to get Arena done as soon as possible, but if you're struggling to reach that, you might have missed a few tournaments along the way. In fact, you're only now getting to Champions League, then the competitive season is almost over. So don't be discouraged. If that is the case, then, once you reach Champions League, then just keep on grinding, man. If you can get used to Arena at this level, then once the next season starts, you're gonna find it much easier to climb the ranks. It's also good for you to keep grinding Arena due to the updates that occur during the season. Even if you master Arena during the first few weeks of a season, frequent updates is going to ensure that players are going to behave differently with the equipment they're given at any point. 1 second players are using the flare gun, the next they are spamming the flame bow. Both are very different weapons despite having the same burning effect. So just keep grinding, keep learning, and keep improving. If you're still looking for tips to really help you reach Champions League, all right, then click on the link below and visit ProGuides.com. There you can get in touch with a variety of different pros that can help coach you into becoming a better player. Learn new techniques, man. Plan out your strategy and get feedback on your gameplay. With Pro Guides, you're guaranteed to learn something new no matter what skill level you come in with. Following up on the extra mile, you need to work on getting eliminations. I'm telling you, this is not just a good way of building fighting skills, but it's also a good way to learn where players like to converge. This is a good way to become a good fragger. If you plan on playing in other formats, then you're just going to be well on your way to becoming an integral part of the team. Practicing your eliminations is all about knowing where to find players. Eliminations don't just come from early game landings, they also come from knowing where players like to rotate to. And so this means being able to read the Fortnite map and determine where the grand majority of players are going to head next once the storm shows up. So taking a strategical position is really key towards sneaking up on an opponent, just taking them by surprise and getting those first few hits that can really put you at an advantage in a fight. Alright guys, so practicing for tournaments differs from practicing for Arena. With Arena, you can go full on aggressive if you need to, while other times you're going to be playing for placement. But in tournaments and cash cups, a whole different story, because here, and I mean right here, the pressure is going to come full force since you don't often get chances to redo things, right? Because of this, so many pros during tournaments try to avoid fights and just go for placement, but they will try to get some fights in so they can avoid Storm Surge. So to practice for this, it's really all about really knowing when and how to rotate, as well as playing for late game. With higher stakes, it's just good if you start learning how to play methodically so you can just make good calculated decisions during a match. Know when to pick a fight and know when to leave it be. Take your time to build your loadout and just make sure to reach that late game. So calculated decisions are only part of what you need to get ready for a tournament. Because more players are focused on reaching the late stages of the match, you're going to need to focus more on learning to build and to edit. In competitive, there are no free kills. And in tournaments, everybody's going to be using their skills to try to get those refresh kills and avoid getting eliminated themselves. This is the point where it really comes down to which player is the quicker thinker, and even a single misstep can really cost you the game. So learn to work under pressure, guys. Practice on perfecting those edits and keep an eye on your opponent. Alright, so if you haven't done so already to really tackle Arena, this is probably going to be a really good time to start considering playing with teammates. The goal of self-improvement is all about becoming a better solo player. You want to be the best that you can be so you can tackle solo cash cups and rise the ranks of Arena. But if you want to be a pro player, then you're going to eventually come across a time where you're going to need to team up with somebody else. And this is why it is so important to get accustomed to the rules of team-based formats. If you want to take on the FNCS or any other cash cups and tournaments, this is a must-do on your list. Playing with teammates will teach you many new skills, right? Like the first of these new skills is learning what it means to really play a single role, such as a fragger or IGL and support. These 3 skills are not so different from what you normally do as a solo player, but in this case, you're going to be learning how to master one specific skill set and just really learning how to use it to really assist your teammates. You know, one benefit of finding teammates is learning exactly the type of player you are. Like, are you the more aggressive type of player that has excellent fragging skills? Or maybe you aren't as great with combat, but your building and editing skills are on point. You know, so this is like the perfect time to identify your preferences and work hard to elevate your, less refined skills. While Arena is great really to train against stronger opponents that are in your skill bracket, you also need to start playing against other serious competitors. The next big step between Arena and tournaments is scrim matches, and you want to go seek these lobbies out if you want to improve even further. You can find scrim lobbies wherever there's a pro, right? Like, you might need to do a bit of monitoring and just asking around because these lobbies aren't in the game menu, and instead you need to be given access. Once you do manage to find a good scrim group, you're going to be exposed to even stronger opponents. These aren't just your average players just trying to max out their scores either. Like, these are players who want to go pro just like you, so you got to take advantage of that. Scrim groups are also just good places to really scout other talent. With so many players trying to reach the same goal as you, like, you could use this time to find players who have similar play styles as you. And so we mentioned before the importance of being able to participate in as many tournaments as possible. So scrim matches are great places to really find people more up to your speed. With your arena level maxed out, there's still plenty to do, especially if you want to go pro. Take this moment to really consider building a portfolio of your greatest plays and moments, all right? Reaching Champions League is a great accomplishment, guys, but without proper exposure, the only real thing that you're going to get out of it is the ability to participate in more events and tournaments. And so if you want to be serious about going pro, then you need to use your skills, but also show them off as well. So take this time to not only practice your skills, but also find moments where your improvements really shine. Got a good elimination count? Add it. Pulled off an amazing trick during a build fight? Put it in the compilation. By building a good portfolio, you're going to make it easier for people to really just see, how great you are. And the best entry point is really through maxing out Arena. It can be hard to start from scratch with no other accomplishments in the game just yet, but finishing Arena is really just a great starting point, since it means you're going to be spending less time, just maxing out your rank, and more time trying to practice and further your abilities on creative and through Arena. So keep your eye on the goal, guys, and just let people into your exercise routines and just practice sessions. Before we drop you off, don't forget to check out ProGuides.com for more even better tips on becoming a better player. Come unleash your inner potential with us and become a Fortnite legend. But Chris, tell me where you at. Your motivation guy is back. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, learned from the video. Hey, feel free to leave a comment on what you want to learn more about, and connect with me on my Instagram at Your Motivation Guy. Hey, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word because we got a lot going on. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.